And with me today is, of course,
Fear the
Fear the
Reaper.
Reaper. He's actually here today, guys. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Although he may have to. Did you say you might have to dip out if the parental
Uh,
units come by?
yep. We'll have to step away for a few minutes. My father-in-law stops in.
Ah, the good old in-laws. Always fun.
Yep.
Always fun.
Always fun.
Well, hey, it is 11 a.m. It's a beautiful Friday. It is January 31st, 2020. And this is the Mid-Lunch Crisis. How is everybody doing today? Ooh, I gotta turn my volume down. I can hear myself talking. Never a good thing. Never a good thing. Alright, so we've been playing a lot of games recently. We were playing some 7 Days to Die the other night. First time in a while. Reaper and I have been playing a lot of Conan Exiles, getting into that game. And, we've been playing a whole lot of the Farming Simulator. We've been kind of slacking on the No Man's Sky a little bit, so figured I would jump back on this guy. This is my survival save. And see what was going on. And the very first thing that I noticed was that my inventory, go figure guys, was all horked up. Who'd have thunk it?
No,
Big Papa
you don't
Timo
say.
having inventory issues. So I've spent the last hour prepping for this stream, actually straightening up my inventory. And you'll notice that I'm in little blue right now. I'm in my little exotic that I got for my first wave scrapping. And I decked this little bad boy out a little bit. Got some tech going on in there, and then I've been storing all of my S-Class modules. Not that Big Papa Timo hoards S-Class modules,
No.
but I hoard some S-Class modules. And even on the survival save, I found I had a whole bunch of these things just floating around, and a lot of these I'm never going to use. Like a phase beam module. I don't use the phase beam, so not going to use it. Infraknife module. Don't use it. Don't need it.
What's up, Blue Haze May?
How's it going? Ooh, got a third like, thumbs up from Blue Haze May. Awesome.
Nice.
We got 4 thumbs up now. Ooh, even better. I don't think Stream Elements actually gives us a thumbs up though. Although
That
it's
would be kind
always
of
here.
awesome.
It would if the Stream Elements would give us a thumbs up. But getting back to this, so I've got right here 11 modules that I'm not going to use because I don't use the positron ejector, I don't use the infraknife, and I don't use the phase beam. So I can get rid of those right off the bat. Now I did also notice that I had a few things in here. Here's another infraknife, so there's 12. Now there's a bolt caster module in here. Well, in my multi-tool I haven't put any bolt caster modules in, so why am I just storing it? I don't know. Might as well put it on the silly thing.
Good morning, Miss Quinn.
How are you doing, Harley? How's everything on the left coast of the United States today?
Yeah.
Alright, we have a cyclotron ballista on Thumper, so that's a good one to keep. Mining beam modules, always good to have. And there's another infraknife, so we're going to have to get rid of a few things. But we also have scanner modules, so here was what I was looking at on the multi-tool. On the multi-tool I have 3 different scanner modules. I have one that's got 7,000 and 7,300, and I got one that's 7,900 and 6,500, and I've got one that's 7,565. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can get some upgrades going on these guys. And we're going to pop one in right there. And we'll see what that one is. That one is a huge upgrade to every one of those. So we've got an 85 and a 72. Why don't we go ahead and get rid of the 75. We'll get rid of that one. So this one's now going to be our new one. And we actually need to destroy it so that it pops everybody back on. Let's see if we can get another upgrade. You never know. Okay, so this one right here is an upgrade to everybody as well. Let's get rid of that one right there. And then we'll move this one into place. And we're going to try one more. And that is an 80. Yep, that'll take care of this one. So just off of that, I was sitting on 3 upgrades in my inventory that didn't even know what I was going to do with. Now, the only goofy thing is now I've got 120 chromatic metal and 3 wiring looms. What am I going to do with these? I'm going to put these in storage containers. Now, the mining beam's got to take a look at that real quick. So the mining beam, we have a 17%, 16%, and 19%. So that's actually not too bad, but let's see if we can get an upgrade on the mining beam.
Hey, Blue Haze May, I want to thank you for the promo there, buddy.
Ooh, what do we get?
He said promos up for you and me. I'm
Awesome.
assuming that's on the warpways.
Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated.
That's pretty cool, dude.
That is very, very cool. Alright, let's see what we got on this one. So that's actually not an upgrade, so we're just going to destroy that. So we've gotten rid of 5 different things, and we've just taken 3 others. Now, a lot of you might be sitting here thinking, but, you know, Timo, you're horrible at inventory management. Why should we listen to you? Well, that's a very good point. And actually, that was the first thing Reaper said to me this morning. He's like, you don't really have the best of ability with inventory management. Yeah, you're right. So why don't we show off the worst, and then we'll go from there. I actually have another scanner module in here too that we could do, but I'm actually pretty happy with my scanner mods at the moment. I might put that on a different multi-tool. But now we've got... Ooh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say the YouTube's is getting better. It only took 6 minutes to get the notification today.
Nice. Good job, YouTubes. Alright, so we've got everything out of Lil Blue that we're going to take. We're going to leave all of this stuff in here for now.
Harley says, and you can't decorate either.
Whoa, hold on a second there, Missy. What do you mean I can't decorate? I'm curious as to what you mean by that. Alright, so we have a cyclotron. Let's make sure we have all of our cyclotrons in place on this one, and I believe we do. We do, so we're going to have to keep that one as well. Pew pew. Shots fired.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. Alright, so since we have the cyclotron, this is another one that we're going to get rid of. Now, the one thing, I'm hoping that this is... Okay, this is the one thing I have clear, and that's transport. Now, transport is the ship that I use solely for transporting goods. The fighter has been cleared out. This fighter, I don't even know what's going on with that one. I haven't done anything with this, so the cyclotron can actually go in here. Let's go ahead and shift that over there. But still want to get rid of all of those. So we'll get back to that fighter. Yes, a lot of colors in this game. Now, hopefully KJ's not watching because this might freak her out a little bit. So here's one of my ships, and like I said, I was basically just trying to move things around a little bit. And I have a whole bunch of other stuff just floating around, not doing me any good, that is really just in the way. The biggest complaint that I get from KJ is when I'm carrying around rusted metal and ferrite dust. Now I admit I have a hoarding problem. I will freely admit that. So I'm going to take a few things out of here. I'm not going to take too much out, but put all of that into there. And now we're going to come over to Dora. Let's see what Dora looks like. Alright, see, Dora has a whole bunch of stuff that I actually want to keep the Corvex casings and the Gek relics. So let me go store those real quick. Unfortunately, when you're in the ship down here, you can't just throw things into your storage containers. You need to go up to the top deck. So we're going to do that real quick. Alright, now that we're up on the top deck, I can move this and this. And you notice I have an Infraknife module here, a whole bunch of crap that just needs to be sold. So what we're going to do here is we're going to move all of this right over to the ship. We're going to use Dora as our selling point. Alright, now we're going to actually take a look at our freighter real quick. So you'll notice I've been storing a whole lot of the glitch items. Now I'm not getting rid of those because I actually do want to decorate someplace with those. No storage in the multi-tool. This is all stuff that's in Dora. We're going to get rid of everything in here. And my exosuit is looking pretty cool on that. But I do have a little too much oxygen. I can get rid of a couple things in here. No Man's Sky series called Pew Pew. Nice. Alright, so we're going to get rid of a little bit of platinum. And we're going to get rid of some of the oxygen. And we're going to move that one up there. Now these are all things that I normally carry around so that I can do stuff as I need it. Now I don't have any magnetized ferrite in here, which I should. But I have plenty of that in storage. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the totally shameful thing, and we're going to look into Big Papa Timo's storage containers.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is where things get a little goofy. And when I say a little goofy, I mean really, really goofy. So I'm going to do something really hard for myself. I'm going to grab things that I don't ever use. Actually, there's 1,000 chlorine in there too. Now you'll notice currently Big Papa Timo only has 204 million units. Kind of low for my survival save. So I'm going to go through here and I'm going to look for things that just jump right out at me that say sell me. I've got a lot of O2 floating around. Alrighty, let's go on the next one. We can get rid of all the silica powder. Like I said, I've got a lot of O2 floating around. Alright, now the unfortunate thing is this is going to start to overflow into my cargo if I'm not careful. Bear with me one second. Let me turn that phone down before it goes off. There we go. And we don't want to flow over into here, so we need to move some of this into the starship. Alright, now we might as well go ahead and sell off some of the lesser things right off the bat. And we can do this from in here. We don't need to actually go to the space station. Now, since everything's in the starship, we can pretty much just sell off everything that's in here. Now, luckily, this is going to net me a decent amount of cash. Whoops. Why is it not selling all of them? Don't want to do them one at a time, guys. That'll take forever. Alright, so that was a quick 6 million units. Not too shabs. Now we're going to move everything over to the starship again. I'm not here to make money, I'm here to clean out my inventory, basically. Some of these things are going to make me a decent amount of cash, but what I really need is the space. There's a lot of things in here that I don't really need to be carrying around. I'm trying to hold on to all the foods. I want to keep all of my relics and stuff like that, some of the more useful items. But as we go through here, you guys will notice that I'm probably stockpiling 15,000 oxygen. I really don't need 15,000 oxygen. I also don't need as much chromatic metal as I have. Ooh, anything else in there? Nope. not that one. See, more oxygen. Now the reason I have so much oxygen is I have 2 oxygen farms on this save. So I don't really need to store it. I can just drop down to one of those planets and pick up 24,000 oxygen in a heartbeat. Yep,
In
see?
that first container, I saw you have gold and gold nuggets.
Yes.
More
Basically just
gold?
been holding on to the gold nuggets just because I'm too lazy to break them down at times. Let's go ahead and move all of this. So that's a whole nother aspect of inventory control that Reaper's pointed out. I have the same item in 2 different forms. Now this is not the only way that I have this problem. I also have
Short
emerald
stacks?
and I have short stacks all over the place. I was trying to clean them up all over the place, but I was carrying around like a whole bunch of Herox, which breaks down into silver. So if you're going to start building on your ship, might as well do that. I had a whole bunch of dihydrogen sitting around. You can compress that back down into dihydrogen jelly. And just to please KJ, I had a whole bunch of rusted metal that I was breaking down into ferrite dust. I was just working on that, so this is going to take some time. This is going to take some time. Like we know, I've got a little bit of a hoarding problem, but we're going to work on that today. Alright, so I'm carrying around a whole bunch of things like metal plating and microprocessors and salt refractors, cobalt mirrors, because when I go down to build, I normally load these into one of my ships and do that. But here's the gold nuggets he was talking about and the gold. So yeah, we can take that out of here, and then we can go back in and process these all real quick. Now it's always curious, where do they go? Well, of course they're all going to go right in here because I already had gold stored in the cargo. So we're going to put that in the starship, that in the starship. I have 500 gold on me. It's always a good thing. You don't need a lot of gold unless you're going to do a lot of building. I'm going to keep the 1,000 in here because it's useful for the solar panels.
I believe there were 2 more stacks, 2 containers down.
All right, well let's start at the beginning and might as well help. All right, so there's 2 more stacks of gold in here. I do want to keep those because sometimes when I go down to these planets and I need solar cells, I need a lot, but I really don't need 3 stacks, and might as well put them both all in one place because that helps with inventory management as well. When you get in here, let's go ahead and we'll put... Okay, so I have 2 full stacks in that one container now. So the big trick is if we find another container with more gold in it, gotta take it out. Those are all good. Gotta do this quickly so nobody sees what I'm hoarding. Lots and lots of stacks of gold.
Well, I was going to say that's pretty easy. Yeah, there's gold there.
And again, we have more oxygen.
It's pretty easy. Everybody knows what Big Papa Timo hoards. Everything.
S-class modules? Oh, everything. Okay. Touche. Touche. Alright, so what we ought to do is we ought to take a trip to the space station real quick to get rid of all of these modules, because that way I'll have more room in my starship to get rid of even more things, so this won't take as many trips. So if you guys have ever seen the show Buried Alive, basically you get somebody comes in and helps somebody else get rid of their hoarding problem, and it normally takes somebody saying, you know, hey, you need to get rid of all this crap or I'm going to distance myself from you forever. Luckily nobody said that to me. These are little digital things in the No Man's Sky world. They're not real things. I was going to say, am I in a system without a starship or spaceship? Spin around in circles. Now, I wish we had a way on our freighters to sell off modules. That would be really cool. So we didn't have to come and talk to one of these guys every time.
Well, you know, they really weren't planning on people hoarding useless S-class modules by
Sure
the
they
dozens.
were. Sure they were. Sean Murray knows what I do. And of course, just for gits and shiggles, what's in the box?
What's in the box?
Silhouette of Zeal in C-Class. Alright. Alright, so the positron modules, get rid of those. Infraknife, get rid of those. Infraknife, get rid of those. And phase beams, get rid of those. Alright, so I just picked up 6,500 nanites just off of that. Not too shabs. While we're here, let's go ahead and shift everything over to the Starship so that we can sell this all a little bit easier.
Yeah. Harley says a little bit? Question mark. Yeah,
Just
it's
a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's just a little problem, I swear. Make sure nothing goofy happened in here. Alrighty, let's go sell all this stuff off while we're here. And we'll be going back to the Buenos Aires with a clean slate. Alright, so O2. Bye-bye. Chromatic metal. Gold, Facium, cytophosphate, and silicate powder.
Now I have a question.
Yes.
Why are you moving it from your exosuit inventory to your ship in order to sell it?
Alright, so for two reasons. One, it stacks bigger in the Starship than it does on your body. And it also makes it easier for me not to get rid of something that's in here.
Gotcha.
I want to keep all of these, but it doesn't differentiate between what's in general and what's in cargo. So
Right.
I tend to just shift everything over. It just makes it easier to keep track of everything for me. If I really wanted to do a deep cleansing action here, I would actually store everything in my cargo someplace, like put it all in one ship, and then just load up my exosuit with everything and load up a Starship as well. And I do that every once in a while, about once a year. I'll go through my inventory and just purge everything. Now, what's really funny is I tend to have the knee-jerk reaction when I need to clean out my inventory. I will clean out my inventory. And by saying that, I will get rid of everything. Because honestly, most of the stuff in storage I'm never going to use, or if I do need to use it, I will have built a galactic trade terminal in one of my bases on a planet and just buy more right there. So I end up with a lot of microprocessors. I end up with a lot of, extra cobalt mirrors and the like. So it does get a little goofy on stuff like that, like the hermetic seal. I have one hermetic seal sitting in here. Really? I don't need one hermetic seal. And we've been in that box 4 times.
See, I find it's almost, with most of the resources being as abundant as they are, I find it easier just to gather them rather than fly back up to my freighter or build storage units, wherever I'm at, just to get access to the resources in there. So I end up with the same problem.
Well, I would tend to agree. The problem I have with that is it takes so long to gather up enough resources to do a lot of these things. If you're building a base, honestly, you don't want to have to try and gather 40,000 ferrite dust while you're on the planet's surface. That's just a pain in the butt.
Right. Well, base building's another beast entirely.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I'm talking
while I've got this,
for normal gameplay. What is up, Twiggy?
how you doing, hon? Welcome to the stream.
So Twiggy asked, so I said that a lot of resources are easy to come by. Has anyone made a list of resources that are not, or that are not as easy to come by, or the easy ones? I don't believe so.
There are breakdowns. I know Zane has a list on his page, on Zane's World, that shows off which resources are brought from where. There's a whole bunch of different lists on what refines into what and what breaks down into what. So when you're looking at things like Magna Gold, Herox, and Lemium, you're just looking at them. It doesn't say what it breaks down into. So when you go to your refiner, you don't know what you're going to get until you actually put it in there. It says it's crafted from pure ferrite and uranium. That's how you make it. But Lemium actually breaks down into gold. And Herox breaks down into silver. So it's a little difficult. I don't know why I have a convergence cube here. Marrow bulb, don't need. Gold. But the general idea of it, yeah, there are lists out there of resources, and they're easy to find. But honestly, there's not many materials like sodium or sodium nitrate or the chromatic metals tend to be the most difficult ones to get because you need the correct engine to get there. So
Yeah.
indium and activated indium tend to be the hardest because they're the highest tier chromatic metal. Whereas copper is available on every planet, ferrite dust is available on every planet, oxygen is available on every planet, and carbon is available on every planet. So some things are just the common core basic building blocks you can get everywhere. But cadmium is a chromatic metal. You need to be in a red star system to get that. Alrighty. That's a good start for this bit here. Deuterium, I don't need another 253 of that. Salt, chlorine.
More gold.
More gold, yeah, but I need to shift some things to the starship first. Then I'll go back into that box and get more stuff out.
I'm beginning to think that Big Papa Timo may have gold in every box.
It's possible. It is in fact possible. I think we've actually had one that didn't have it. Alright, now the Corvex Convergence Cube, I actually want to run back to that first. Hit the walls. Scan things. Thought I was playing a different game. So Sprint is different on so many different games. This is the other thing, like when you put stuff in one of these containers, it doesn't automatically stack it with another stack someplace else, so you have short stacks all over the place. That is in fact very problematic. So the last stage of doing this, what I'll end up doing is compressing down all these storage containers as well. Alrighty. So speaking of which, Twiggy just got No Man's Sky.
Ooh.
So she just started out and is doing, I would imagine you're doing a regular save, a normal save?
Well, welcome to No Man's Sky, Twiggy. Speaking of Twiggy, I kept meaning to tell you, but schedules being what they were and whatnot, Twiggy did send me a message about the computer parts.
Nice.
She said that obviously you have first choice if there's anything you want, but I will drop you the list that she sent me so you can check them out.
Cool. I had salt in 2 different places. Don't need that. Don't need the chromatic. I am going to hold on to the ferrite dust and the frozen tubers because they're my favorite things to actually hoard. There's nothing you all can do to stop me. Now, did you end up on a radioactive planet? Is that what you said? Oh look, I have a double stack of frozen tubers though. Alright, the rattle spine needs to go someplace else. So I'm actually going to have to um, definitely stack some things up. And look, more oxygen. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure.
And more gold. Alright, so let's get rid of the gold first. We have wiring looms and double stacks again. Alright, so we're going to move all this stuff. Now the rattle spine is actually going to go to the freighter. What I plan to do is I plan to have a base that has a bunch of different glitch pieces in it. And I've actually been saving a lot of these for Reaper because he hasn't collected a lot of them.
I have not.
Alright, so look at, geez, look at all that O2.
She said it may be radioactive. It was mostly that her hazard protection was depleting while I was trying to figure out what buttons do what. She said it was getting kind of stressful till I was like, oh, a cave. Timo said I'd be safe there.
The beginner's guide saved somebody again.
Nice.
Alright, so I'm out of slots on that, so let's go make some free space. That's exactly what happened to me the first time I played too, Twiggy, was I was trying to figure out what buttons did what. And like you said, you know, your hazard protection's falling the whole time. And you end up finding yourself dead before you can figure out which button to push to do what. And it's a little frustrating. Now, a lot of these materials I could actually further refine and get a better return on the money, but again, like I said, I'm not really worried about the money on this. I'm just trying to get rid of a lot of crap. Now I am basically breaking the economy on a lot of these things. Chromatic metal, you'll see in a second. The sell value of chromatic metal is violently reduced. We're down negative 46%. So if I went to a different system, this would actually make me probably 1 million units. It would help if I stayed where I wanted to be. There we go. Alright, so we've done a pretty decent dent in a lot of these. But we do need to double check and start to compress. So we're going to look in here. Alright, so we have a lot of antimatter. We have a whole bunch of ferrite dust. Now, one of the things that I really dislike about this system is that you can't really... you have to go from your main inventory to a storage container, and you can't shift spaces around. You have to put them in the order you want them to be. And I find that extremely frustrating, because my inventory problem would actually not be as much of a problem if I could properly organize my storage containers easier. Alright, well, we're going to actually totally clear this one out. So that one is clear. We have one full storage container that has nothing in it. This one is just going to be food. So we're going to take all the non-food items out of it. That's actually why that one has as much food in it as it does. Oh look, more ferrite dust. Go figure.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. Big Papa Timo has a bunch of ferrite dust. Alright, so we're going to take out as much of the ferrite dust as we can. There we go. And we're going to put the metal plating back in here. Now I would like the andesite or iridesite to all be stacked next to each other. So I got to do it like that. We want to take the food items out. And let's compress this one down a little bit more. There we go. Let's put the food items back in this one.
Another thing you can do, Harley, if you're familiar to the PS4 controller as we are, you can buy specific PC controllers in the PS4 configuration. If you ever watch one of Sword's streams, you notice he's playing on a PS4 controller on his PC.
Alright, so now what we need to do is we need to move all of this ferrite dust. Are you guys having fun watching me figure out my hoarding issue?
Oh, I'm having a blast.
The struggle is real, bro. The struggle is real.
I know, trust me.
You're just laughing at me is what you're doing. I know what it is.
I'm laughing with you because my storage containers are no better. I have a bad habit of doing the putting stuff in storage containers remotely, and like Timo said, they don't stack.
It just puts it wherever it wants.
Yeah, so
Wherever
yeah.
it wants.
And then when Timo and I transferred all of the S-Class modules from one account to another for him, I jacked up my inventory pretty hard to make room for 200 S-Class modules.
And I appreciate you for that. I really do. Alright, so I've got a whole bunch of uranium which I'm not getting rid of. Uranium has its uses. But I want to stack all of this stuff correctly, so I have to basically sit here, pull out one stack of 1,000 in here that goes into 4 stacks of 250 in here, and do this, and line them up wherever I want them to be. This gets frustrating. Very, very frustrating. So I wish they would do something about that. Especially when you come in here and go, oh crap, there's another 1,000 uranium, and then you turn back around and you're like, well, okay, well, I want to put this next to my other uranium. Okay, so I have to take out the sodium, put in the uranium, but now what am I going to do with this? Okay, well, let's put a placeholder in there and then move them all down to the bottom. It's frustrating, guys. If you ever play anything with me, you'll figure out that I am kind of a hoarder first off of materials. Every game I play, I end up hoarding materials, but I like to organize them. If you guys saw the first 7 Days to Die streams that Jenny and I were doing, you would have seen that I had everything really well organized in all those boxes. They were all labeled, they were all in their place. Sure, I was hoarding a lot of different things, but at least they all had a place to be and a place to go. Alright, we do need to move.
Then something snapped inside of Timo. If you guys saw the last 7 Days to Die stream, where we were attempting to do the same organization style, and Timo just went and blew everything up.
I think that had to do with the fact I got killed with a rocket. I'm a big fan of not dying in 7 Days to Die, and when your teammates kill you, yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Now, mind you, while Jenny and Timo were having their fun, I was diligently working on our new base, and somebody that I stream with on YouTube a lot shot me in the back.
It was funny. It was very, very funny. Alright, so what I really should be doing is I should be starting from the beginning and not in the middle. But, again, I'm not. Alas. Alright, so we'll take the foods out.
Oh, crap, Roo. Well, thanks for stopping by, buddy. Have fun on vacation.
Going on vacation?
Yeah, he's just dropping in real quick. give us a like. He's heading out. Well, whether you're driving or flying, or however you're getting there, buddy, travel safe.
Be safe. We'll see you in a week. We'll miss you. All that working and lurking you're doing.
Yeah.
Alright, so see, look, there's more uranium here.
Oh. Well, fly safe, buddy, because I know you're not driving to Cancun.
If you fly to, or drive to Cancun, that's a long drive. It is possible, but it takes forever.
If I remember correct, Harley, the Scuff does have an adapter for the PC.
Alright, so we've got wiring looms, copper. Alright, so I have drop pod coordinate data, which I think I was saving for you, Mr. Reaper.
What was that?
I think I'm saving these for you. Well, because on your survival save, you're not fully decked out yet, are you?
No, I'm not.
Alright, so I should probably not get rid of those. But I really don't need any of that crap. Alright, so switch to Starship, switch to Cell. We have totally destroyed the O2 market on this planet. Keep the drop pod coordinate data. Alright, 215 million. Still have some food we need to get rid of. Run this back down to this one, because that is the food storage. Now the other question, why do I not have... Have I not gotten it yet? The nutrient processor. Cooking products. There's a whole bunch of stuff I've never found or never made. But it's actually under constructed technology. That's... Okay, so I do not have the nutrient processor yet. Alrighty. So that one's empty over here. Just want to show that off because I'm proud of it. This one is not empty. And I'm not really going to bore the entire stream with how I do my inventory, but oops. Saw something in there I can get rid of. Get rid of some cobalt. Don't need 50 navigation data. We'll keep all of that. I'm going to break some of... See, I really don't need all this nav data. Really don't need that life support gel in there either. Might as well go back and get it. One life support gel. Does me absolutely no good up here. More nav data. More gold. Oh, this is the one with the 2 gold that I wanted to keep. That's why. It would help if they were side by side. It would look intentional then. Alright. I think, we've got some food that needs to get moved around. Move the cobalt mirrors to stack that up a little bit better. Stack the sodium in there. Alrighty.
Apparently, your inventory management is riveting entertainment. We have 8 people watching.
And 9 thumbs up. Wow, somebody used 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Maybe we got 2 number ones. You're number 1. It's always nice to see people get help when they need help. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Alright, so Starship is empty. Let's go ahead and move all this over there. Because even though I was trying to help KJ out by doing this, I'm gonna get rid of it.
Mary Lizzie in the house.
Holla!
She says, sorry I'm late, just waking up. A certain son-in-law kept me up until 4:30ish, talking on Discord with his friends in the basement. Voice carried up to the vent and living room. Ooh. Bad son-in-law.
Yeah, I found that sticks work really well for controlling that type of behavior. Just hit him with a stick. Alright, we're going to keep the Herox and the silver in that one. Keep those in there for the moment. Alright, so back to cell, back to Starship. 250,000 units worth of nav data. I have wrecked the ferrite dust market here.
Oh no, see Mary Lizzie, that's where being the mother-in-law comes in handy. You make him come to you and then beat him.
It's kind of like the old grandmother trick where they would have you go outside and pick the switch that they were going to beat you with.
Yeah. You couldn't win with that. If you picked a little one, they left well. If you picked a big one, they hurt really bad.
If you picked a little one, she made you go back out and get a different one. That was always the most embarrassing. Boop. Alright, so you might wonder, why did I just switch ships? Well, even though I have a hoarding problem, I have noticed that I have a slight financial problem. I'm not happy with just 215 million units. If I can get past fins on my
Mary
ship.
Lizzie says, where do you pick a switch from? Is there a switch tree? Well, a switch refers to
A stick.
A stick, yeah, pretty much. Ooh.
Willow trees were always the worst.
Yeah, because the willow branches are very flexible.
So they wrap around you and get you the whole way.
Yeah.
Not just like a little spot. It would wrap around. How's it going, Daniel Hipley?
Daniel Hipley says 83% for the PS4 on the Green Fire jetpack.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, Black Walnut. Yeah, neither really, Mary. You really didn't want to have either one of those two as an option.
Extreme hazard planet, you don't say. I have 74,000. I keep forgetting I'm on a survival save. I can't really store all of this.
Well, if your plan is to inflict the most lasting damage, so he doesn't forget, then I would suggest a willow. But if you're going for initial pain, Black Walnut.
You're going for shock and awe.
Yeah.
Tell him to put some spice in it.
And Twiggy says she thinks her options would be palm fronds.
Oh, you have a lemon tree in the back, too. Don't forget the lemon tree.
Oh.
Let's go to Relent and sell stuff. Now, my kids are just lucky that I don't beat them like that because I have much more nasty implements to use.
I was actually thinking about the LARPing community last night.
Yeah, what were you thinking about them?
I was, when I go to sleep, I turn on YouTube, and one of the videos that was in my recommended list was about chainmail. I guess there's a guy making chainmail out of EVA foam.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was pretty cool.
See, I've already wrecked the market for activated indium here. Sorry, go ahead.
It made me think of you because he's actually using a laser cutter to cut out the foam, and he does it in a specific pattern that you cut it off in strips, and then you can weave it together to make the chainmail. Instead of doing link by link like most.
Now, EVA foam chain is good for costuming. That's about all it's good for.
Right. It's not durable.
No, it's more stagecraft.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
One of the things that they mentioned on that video was that the first two Lord of the Rings movies, all the chainmail was made with, they took PVC plastic pipe and sliced it, and then the costumers would weave it all by hand, and there was so much that they actually wore off their fingerprints.
That's pretty funny.
By the end of the movie.
Alright, so... Now, I've done a fair bit of chainmail work in my time, and it's definitely easy to wear off your fingerprints. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, I need some more space coffee. Serious lack of space coffee brewed in my house right now.
At least there's space coffee to be brewed. That was not a good day. Mary said, coffee.
Space coffee.
We need a space coffee emoji.
Totally. We need a space the Gek emoji, too.
Oh, yes.
Or just like a little Gek that's been shot out of the chat. Hashtag space the Gek.
07 Captain Bob.
Poor Captain Bob. Never saw it coming. I do like that they added the animations that make this all bounce up and down.
Yeah. Morning, Dave Ante. Thanks for all the Oreos, buddy.
Ooh, Oreos.
Oreos and space coffee. Good way to wake up.
I know what I'm doing after this stream. I'm walking across the street to the supermarket and getting some Oreos.
Nice.
If I'm lucky, they'll have Hydrox.
Hmm. Mary says freedom at home. One annoying asshole cat. She keeps circling my head, then flopping on my shoulder and knocking my head.
Hopefully that surgery went well, Devante. We wish you a speedy recovery.
Yes, absolutely.
Alright, where the hell have I just taken myself? Okay. Really weird. So I just came into a base that doesn't appear to exist? Oh, okay. This is the communal base that we did.
I was going to say, yeah, that looks like the activated indium.
That's the one we did together.
Yeah, on my...
Let's go check out Reaper's base and steal his stuff.
Should be like 57,000 or 54,000 activated indium.
Now the whole point of me putting my base where I did was so that I could tap into these guys as well and then run my base off the other side.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, I totally forgot that we built this place.
Yeah. I hate to say that.
Totally missed.
I have not gone back to finish that particular base either.
Let's give it some room to continue. There we go. You guys might have remembered that we did this as part of the mid-lunch crisis, actually.
Yeah.
That was one of our earlier episodes.
I
Oxygen harvester.
I believe that was the episode on how to make money.
Yeah. And then we put in the hazard protection units. Heck yeah. Alright, so...
I remember that oxygen harvester being there.
You don't remember the oxygen harvester?
Yeah.
Probably because I put it there.
Ah. Big Papa Timo snuck one in on me.
Think they're selling your organs on the black market? So what do you think they took out? That's my curiosity. You still got all your kidneys? Your liver? Not sure? Welcome everybody. It is now 12 o'clock. It's noon. We got 12 people watching. 10 thumbs up, 2 thumbs downs. Kind of curious about that, guys. Don't mean to interrupt you on that. But, hey, if you guys think there's a reason for a thumbs down, why don't you tell us what it is? That way we can change. Otherwise, we don't know what the heck's going on.
Daniel Hipley's well, there you go, Daniel. Look on screen. He has 262,048,540 units.
282 million.
Ooh.
Did just sell a decent amount of stuff. Now, of course, I have to go to a different system now, because I have wrecked the economy here on activated indium. So we're going to go to Hong Kong. Ah. No, there were not any Aussie votes when you joined, but they're there now. And again, you know, we're talking about etiquette and everything else like that. Now it is everybody's right to thumbs down any video they want. And it doesn't really bother me, per se. But as a streamer, I would much prefer that somebody tell me what they think I'm doing wrong than to just give me an anonymous thumbs down and take off. Oh, they took your appendix today. Well, you didn't need that anyways.
Nah.
Alright, we are now at 295 mil. I think that'll do it for just running around getting money. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, now of course, since I'm in this system, let's see what we have in the box for Kong Kong. Just in case Lava Lamps happens to watch this. Shock Auditor Mark 14? I think that's a 14. XBI.
That is, in fact, 16.
16, thank you. Well, this is why we don't use Roman numerals anymore. I have a base here in Hong Kong. What's going on with that?
Devante says, why do the Aussie votes have to show up when he joins? It makes him look like he's the culprit.
You bring Oreos every time. We know you're not giving us thumbs downs. No worries. Again, like I said, they really don't bother me because what it means is we have engaged somebody to watch our channel and they've taken the time to leave some form of feedback.
What is up, Beeble Bump?
It's all Beeble Bump's fault.
See, Devante, personally, I have never left a dislike. If I don't like it, I just leave. I mean, that's just me. Alright, I'm going to have to step away for a minute, Timo.
Right on.
Alright.
Alright, so I have grabbed a whole bunch of indium. Now, this is an early base for me. Because you can tell it's got the wood construction. This was a very, very early base, actually. Sorry, was yawning. So we have indium coming from one side. And I thought I saw another form of harvester. What do we have over here? This should be all indium. Yep, there's indium there. So what is over there? Now, of course, every time I find these planets, I look for the glitch. Because the calcishrooms, they look like this. They're really cool for a glitch. No worries, Daniel. No worries. Appreciate it. And, of course, this is why I have so much oxygen. There's oxygen on this one. There's oxygen on... That's a pretty view. Okay, so we have another planetary base over there. But what we don't have here is a galactic trade terminal. So let's go see what the other base in the system is. It's actually been quite a while since I've played the... Alright, so I could have actually just grabbed the oxygen inside here. It's been a while since I've played the survival save. I've been doing more of the permadeath. We have the potential build site. Okay. So Indium O2 deep mine, that's this one here. And then the potential build site. Let's go see what's at the potential build site, guys. No worries, people. No worries. Welcome back, Harley. Yeah, Davante, the only time I've ever left thumbs down, I've left feedback on it as well as to why. Um, the and the only time that I ever did it was very similar, where it was kind of a bait and switch type of content. All right, so this was. Oh, okay. So this wasn't a potential build. I actually built here. What goofy crap did I do here? All right, so yeah, I don't know what I was doing here. Oh, no, I do know what I was doing here. I was actually going to build a Christmas tree out of these guys to get the glowing animation. They were going to get real big. And then I think I aborted for something more simple. But yeah, it looks like I was having fun with that one. Too much power. Yeah, that's a whole lot of power right there. I don't think I was going to do anything else other than build the Christmas tree out of the the electromagnetic collectors. Every once in a while I'll come across one of those um, strangely named bases in my list, and I've forgotten totally what I was doing there. I actually thought that as the potential build site, that was the site that Reaper and I are supposed to use to build on opposite square plateaus. I found a nice system that day we built that indium mine. All right, so Beeblebum, what makes it new? Is it just a new build, or is it a new type of glitch building? Because I'm not a builder, so I don't know. And is that something you were doing solo, or is that the one you were doing with Action Pants? Alright, well that puts us up over 300 mil. That makes me happy. Go to the last one on the list. Yeah, I saw APG's video, or I saw that he posted the video. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. I'll try and watch it after the stream. And I'm sorry guys, I'm yawning like crazy today. I've been up since about 4:30 this morning because I took a day off of any form of stream yesterday and just slept as much as I could. I played some Conan, but didn't do any streaming and just slept. It was very nice. Very nice to just sleep. It's the glitch of glitches. So it lets you place any object in any Position? Any direction? Okay. Now I'm curious, of course. You can blend items together? Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to watch now. Alright, so this is the square plateau. Let's go take a look at that one. Jenny says, hi, where's Jenny? Did I miss Jenny saying hi in chat? Oh, I see Pwn Stream's in here too. Sorry guys, doing a little quick catch up. Downloading mods for FS19. Right on. Carolyn Kelly in the house. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Alright, so I put this base computer down here, and then every time I warp in here or jump in here, I always forget what's going on. I'm actually in the center of one of these plateaus. And the rendering is horrible. Oh my goodness. Life support at 50%. Well, we should probably rectify that. A whole bunch of things that need to be recharged. What's up? There we go. Alright, so this is the light planet that I found, and I found these two side-by-side plateaus. So what we were going to do is we're going to do a joint build here. Let me zoom out a little bit. Where I'm going to build on this plateau over here, and then Reaper's going to build on that one over there. And we're going to try and get something sort of meeting in the middle. Don't know if we're going to be able to do it or not, because it's going to be a little close on the edge to the build distances. Should be alright though. Carolyn Kelly, found a planet with herds of cutest little diplos running around all over the place. Nice. Internal rain. Yes, it rains on the inside. Resources are scarce, fauna fair, flora full, require orthodoxy. Alright, so what do we have over here? Ancient data structure. I just sold off all of my data, so I'm not going to do that. Where is my ship? There we go. But yeah, this was actually a really neat planet. I'm a huge fan of huge fan of the glitch planets and the Words, Timo. Words are hard. The anomaly plants. That's what I was trying to say. Are you back there, Reaper? Welcome back.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Sorry,
Are you caught up?
I'm all the way back to Carolyn. Kelly found the planet with herds of cutest little diplos.
Oh, well. Hi there, Caroline. People Bum says you can extend the base radius. Yes, you can. You can extend it, I believe it is up to 1,000 U from your base computer.
Just a reminder, Reaper.
Yes, sir.
Here are the two plateaus we're supposed to build on at some point in time.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe we'll do that on Sunday, or
we've got
maybe
time.
next week.
Sometime.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to gather some.
We're gonna need a lot of ferrite dust for that.
Yeah.
If only we knew somebody with a lot of ferrite dust. Oh wait, I just got rid of it all. The cool thing about ferrite dust, though, guys, is you can buy it in just about any galactic trade terminal in large quantities, particularly if you are focusing on the wealthy systems. That's actually something that we didn't go over that one stream. Ooh, did not mean to shoot the space station. We were telling Galaxy about the differences between economies, and that's actually a huge difference between Tier 1 and Tier 2 and a Tier 3 economy is what resources are available through the Galactic Trade Terminal. This one here, I would imagine, has probably about 4,000 ferrite dust available every time.
Let's see.
3,400.
B, is that like what Zane does to make sky bases, or is it new? Dave Vontae, it's the old way. It's been around for a while. Basically, all you're doing is you're going to the edge of your base radius and dropping something like a wall or something, and that will extend it out a little further, usually a couple hundred U, and you just keep doing that. Like I said, you can extend it out about 1,000. Treeks is back. Welcome back, Treeks.
Welcome
I didn't know
back,
you were here
Treeks.
the first time. Sorry. Mary says, or for fun, you can go just words hard. Just go shoot up a dead moon. Devontae says, I get most glitches to work, but I can't get the finding for the banjo. Tried last night for 4 hours, never got one to place.
I don't know what the banjo is.
That's what I was going to say. I'm not sure what the banjo is, buddy. Treeks is getting No Man's Sky today. Awesome. Welcome to the community.
Alright, so we are at Big Papa Timo's first base from his survival save. Look at the glory that is my wood structure. Is that not the most amazing build you've ever seen?
Very clean.
Crisp, clean,
Yeah.
concise. Now, of course, this is why I went here, is because it had the miner settlement right next door, which had a horrible, horrible drop for a multi-tool, but it had a galactic trade terminal right next door, which was super useful early on.
Let's see. Caroline said, or Mary Lizzie says, Caroline has seen me do it. It's a giggle. I mean, Positron Storm. Devontae said, Congo rats to tweaks and Oreos. Treats? Sorry.
Treeks, I was going to say. Flashing back to 7 Days to Die, that's one of
yeah.
our zombie nicknames.
Yep. Wolfie builds the best shacks.
Twiggy, are you still here? Now it's a waiting game.
Treeks is here. Calling Twiggy. Hi, Twiggy.
Actually, Treeks, since you're here too, is there anything in particular you would like to see since you're about to start playing? Anything we can show you for early on?
There is Twiggy. She is here. I have no idea why that got moderated, people, but
what the heck?
I don't know.
Twiggy, is there anything you'd like to see that I didn't cover in the beginner's guide or anything? Since you're just starting out.
How to fix the radiant pillar.
Ah, okay. Well, the goofy thing about that is it's actually the guided quest line at the very beginning on how to fix the radiant pillar. So you're going to have the quest to go get the hermetic seal, or the mission to go get the hermetic seal. While you're running there, you're going to run into a storm before you get there. It basically just guides you through how to do everything. So fixing the radiant pillar is literally the first thing you start to do in the game, and it will get you up and flying. You'll fix the pulse engines and you'll fix the launch thrusters. Basically, you're just going to need to gather a lot of fairy dust. You're going to have to build the refiner, and you're going to have to go get the hermetic seal.
So Mary Lizzie thought she had figured out why he got moderated, but he took that out, and it's still well. My channel. I don't know. It's okay.
I didn't have a problem with it to start with.
No, it was YouTube. But you're faster than the YouTube auto hides. Gotcha. Treek says his comments keep breaking.
What do you mean your comments keep breaking?
I don't think YouTube likes Beeblebum.
That's entirely possible. It's entirely possible.
My advice, Treeks, about early on, like Timo said, as part of the quest to go get the hermetic seal, you're going to run into a storm, and depending on what type of planet you start on, your hazard protection, you have to make sure you have stuff to recharge it. Most of the time you won't make it through the storm on one charge.
I'm pretty sure that storm starts at 300 U away from the hermetic seal too.
Yeah.
Keep saying comments disabled for this.
Comments disabled.
Oh, look what we have here, guys. That is a max-sized
Ooh,
yellow and
Venator.
white Venator.
Ooh.
Tell you what, the first thing I have to do is get out of this third person. That's because that was not going to end well. I almost shot that ship right off the bat. Alright, somebody in my house is brewing space coffee.
Ooh. Bless them.
I'm going to have to say it's Colin, my second oldest child.
That is our moderator who has never moderated.
Yeah, Zane Potato.
Yeah, Zane Potato.
I don't even think he's watched any of our streams yet.
Wise
We were prepping
man.
for when we were getting big and popular. Just hasn't happened yet.
Wise man, welcome to the stream, buddy.
Welcome, welcome. Alright, there's another ship around here somewhere. There he is.
The marrow bulbs, yes, they refine into sodium. It's a 1-to-1.
That was actually a tip and trick that I did not know. Something Reaper taught me.
And I have to credit KJ PC Gaming for telling me.
Oh, nice. See, that's the joy of this community of people, is we all know a bunch of little tips and tricks, and nobody knows them all. So you just
Together
have
we
to
will
talk.
conquer the world.
Yeah. Yes, once Skynet enables all of our brains together. It just does not want to come away from the ship. Look at how yellow this thing is, though. That is a very yellow Venator.
Yeah.
Alright, so while we're here, let's go ahead and take a nice picture. I
Speaking
know
of-
somebody's going to want to know this one's location.
Oh yeah. Daniel Hipley touched on a good point there. You're gonna be offered, after your first 5 warp jumps, you're gonna be offered a free freighter. And I know it's tempting to get a freighter early on in the game, but my recommendation is to pass on that particular freighter because it is not a capital ship. What you can do is, if you decline that free one, then you can set yourself up to go and find one that you like that is a capital ship, possibly even an S-class, and you can get that one for free as well. And we've gone over a couple different times on how to get freighters and how to do freighter engagements.
It's actually the underside of the ship, too, isn't it? Yes, it is.
It is.
Let's do the
Wise
top
man
side.
says he's excuse me. Wise man says he's 60 hours in on his latest game session, and they've made the starting tutorial phase pretty easy and straightforward. Yeah, they have.
It's something that was actually hugely frustrating with Next, is they hadn't done it yet.
Yeah,
which is why I did my whole beginner series to start with. Alright, there we go. That is...
Whew.
Why am I having trouble being a photographer today?
Not enough space coffee.
Not enough space coffee. Hit the nail right on the head. Alright, so let's go see what size this particular ship is. Now here's another cool trick. When you get into the ship, just scan it. Alright, so that's an A34-9. Oof.
Ooh.
Tempting.
That's very tempting. Now, one of the things about the current situation with freighters is the difference between an A and an S is almost not worth the frustration of searching for an S class, because you can now get a max size A class as well as an S class. 34 general slots, 9 tech slots is as big as you can go. So at this point, it's more of a pride thing than anything. Just being able to say that you have an S class. Now the hyperdrive bonus is higher on an S class, but currently with the capabilities of explorers, and as a matter of fact, pretty much all of the ships, you can out jump a freighter, so we don't use them to warp anymore.
To give you an idea, like my ship was an S class 34-9, has 139.8 for the hyperdrive base range. This one here, I think, was 129.
Now, if you were to look at his Dora, base range on it is what, 179, I think?
On Dora?
Yeah.
I don't even remember what the base on my hyperdrive is, but transport, this is the one that I'm in right now, which I have not really decked out for heavy hyperdrive traffic, has a range of 1200 already.
Which is about max you can get on a freighter now.
Whereas Dora is pushing 2850. I do need to go through and upgrade all of her hyperdrive modules, but Dora in general, my main explorers, I tend to push right towards that 3000 light year mark.
Well, Beeblebum's gonna take off there. He's gotta prepare for some stuff for dinner. Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate it, people.
It's always good to see you.
I'll swing by and check out you and Action Pants' glitch build video.
Yeah.
Check out the new glitch. Honestly, Mary Lizzie, I think that they bribed Sean Murray. Straight up, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's how they get it.
They seem to be getting a lot of preferential treatment these days. Actually, Daniel, you can have multiple ships without a freighter.
It's just difficult to get them, or to get to them, I should say.
Yeah, you have to call them in if you want to get to them.
There's an interesting name for a multi-tool, the Dazzling Phonoslob Hunter. If anybody knows what a phonoslob is, I would like to know, and why they needed to be hunted down with this particular multi-tool. And is it the multi-tool that's dazzling, or is it the phonosnob that's dazzling? Alright, so we have scanner mod, plasma launcher, blade javelin. Don't die, buddy.
Oh.
Take a quick look at some ships. I'm not ship shopping today. Alrighty.
Now, I just posted a link in chat there. That is Beeblebum's latest video with Action Pants Gaming.
Nice. Alrighty, so let's find another.
Oh, no worries, Mary. I was actually already on my way there when he said that.
Still looking for that elusive abandoned system.
Mary's auto wrong strikes again.
Auto wrong. Gotta love it. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do the smart thing and get the heck out of transport. I don't know why I'm flying around in transport right now.
Because you were cleaning out inventory and got distracted.
Oh, I got distracted. Imagine that.
Yeah, yeah.
Piece of candy. Squirrel.
I don't know what they're talking about, guys. There's nothing in No Man's Sky that would take you away from, you know, your current mission at hand. There's nothing else to see,
Never.
nothing else to do.
Nothing to see here. Move right along.
Yep.
There we go. Knew we had a thumper around here somewhere.
I did see Bambi this morning. It's actually kind of amusing. My father-in-law stopped by. Obviously, that's why I had to step out. And we stepped out on the porch, and about 10 feet away, rummaging around in the bushes, was a little deer.
Nice.
Daniel Hipley is suggesting how to get money in the beginning of the game. Well, there's a couple different options. I've showed a couple on some of my streams, but basically early on, depending on what kind of planet you start on, caves are a good place to look for tetracobalt, and ancient bones is another one.
Salt deposits.
So, yep, salt deposits.
We actually did the entire stream the one day on early economies or early economic guides.
Yep, because you did the trade routes.
Beginner's trade routes and then medium trade routes. We also did the one on how to set up your own farming operation, but that takes a little bit longer. So early on in the game, it's really finding things that you can sell.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that I've always found that's super, super helpful about making money early on is getting your hyperdrive up and running and jumping to multiple systems. Get your suit upgrades. The more things you can carry, the more things you can sell. And this is how we end up leading to hoarding problems. Basically, the more suit inventory spaces you have, the more stuff you can carry, just like Big Papa Timo. Hey, we found a lushie. Let's go check out this lushie.
Yes,
yeah.
Caroline Kelly. Thanks to KJ PC Gaming. Make sure you refine your tetracobalt because it is worth 10 times more, literally 10 times more, as ionized cobalt.
So not only is it a lushie, it has atolls.
Nice.
It's a donut planet, guys.
You know, that is an interesting donut.
It's not the only one either. There's another one right over there.
Right there. Yeah, that's
and there.
Interesting.
This is actually kind of like that one planet that Action Pants was building on, where he was building inside one of these.
Ah. Yeah, or join somebody that can give you money too. Now Timo and I have never done that. We absolutely would not jump into somebody else's stream and drop a boatload of money on them.
No, just a lot of items worth a boatload of money on them.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, that also introduced us to
Galaxy
Galaxy
Void.
Void, who ended up being super, super cool. Very, very friendly, very personable, very polite.
Good kid.
We did it to somebody else too. I can't remember the other guy that we did it to.
His
We
name
haven't
was
heard
Money.
haven't
Boy.
Money Boy. That's right. Now Money Boy was very polite and very nice and everything, very appreciative, but didn't hear nearly as much back from Money Boy as we did from Galaxy. All right, so let's take a look around this little lushy planet we have here. There's a lot of water here.
Money Boy did drop into a stream, I believe last week, and said that he had been taking a break.
Oh, that explains it.
Yeah, but he was back at it again. More
Which
donuts.
sometimes you need to do. Yeah, there's donuts and flapjacks. That's what I'm going to name this planet, Donuts and Flapjacks.
So you found the actual IHOP.
Ooh. I think it would be IGOP, Intergalactic House of Pancakes.
Yeah. Yep.
Egg Hop, something like that.
Yeah.
There's an awful lot of water on this planet, guys. This poor little lonesome tree. It has a buddy.
Timo found the only above water carbon on the whole planet, and he's about to destroy it.
Nah, let him be. It's actually quite boring for a lushy.
That's a lot of water. It would not be boring for underwater base building, though.
No, no, it would not.
I bet those oceans are incredible.
Just have to find a donut to land on to get to it. Well, let's go check out these oceans.
Just a little update. My friend, you are now at 15 thumbs up and 10 people watching.
Oh, this water is very orange.
Ooh.
The lowering specimen. A lot of armored clams. That's a little hard on the eyes, actually.
Yeah.
That's a little rough. I thought for sure this water was blue.
Daniel Hipley says we need an all-water planet. This one's pretty close.
Yeah, this one's...
If it wasn't that orange. It does not look orange from above.
No, it does not.
Caroline Kelly says warping systems and hunting crash ships is a great way to get all your glyphs without really trying and max out suit capacity, but just don't expect to make any money. And I have to agree there. That was kind of one of the things that people were going on about right after Synthesis dropped with the ship scrapping, how that was going to be a whole nother economic boom, and it turned out that it's really not. I mean, you can make a little bit of money at it, but the real money would be in taking the time to repair the ship and then scrap it, and even then, excuse me, you're really only going to make out if you're scrapping A class or S class. So it wasn't all that people were hoping it would be. Although it is still a good way to make nanites.
I still think it's the fastest way to make nanites, honestly. But that's just my personal opinion.
Basically, all you're doing when you're doing that is you're trading money for nanites, because money is easier to get.
That does, in fact, cause a problem there, Mary Lizzie, where there is no place to land on an all-water planet. So you're going to need something like I just landed on that is 98% water.
Yeah.
Little landing spots. I do think they need to do deeper oceans, too. I would love to see a further update to the Abyss stuff where they get really, really deep oceans with megafauna and more aggressive things underwater.
I want to see the Kraken.
Oh, excuse me. Now I got the sneezies too. I have not looked for a trading post in quite some time. Hopefully this is actually on this planet. Welcome back, People Bum, even though you didn't go anywhere. Now, of course, if they introduced the all-water planets that had no land, they could also introduce a ship that could land on water.
Ooh. I had to step away there for a minute. I actually had a bloody nose.
Ooh. Hopefully just weather related.
Yeah, I'm actually currently sitting in my dining room, and the new pellet stove that I installed is basically blowing directly in my face.
Oh, that'll dry the air out.
Yeah.
So you gotta love it on PS4 when nothing renders in and you're just floating in air.
Oh, nice. Until you get stuck in said air and die.
Yeah, that sucks.
Mary says Beeblebum decided to let dinner make itself tonight.
There you go, an underwater trading post.
Yeah.
Or a floating trading post.
Caroline Kelly says also 9 out of 10 ships you find belong to a stranded NPC, and the game unfortunately won't let you kill the buggers and steal their ships. Mary says, AKA Beeblebum is ordering pizza.
Ooh, pizza. Pizza sounds good.
Beeblebum, I will DM you the address to have that pizza delivered.
Heck yeah. I could use some pizza right about now.
Yeah. I actually made some more homemade French bread pizza last night. Apparently my wife is a fan because she brought home more bread.
More ingredients?
Yeah.
Here, make more.
That's usually how it works. I make something and then she immediately goes to the store and buys more stuff so I can make it again.
Oh goodness. Sneezes are real.
Mary says she'll take some pizza. She works hard as a mod keeping this chat going.
Totally.
Yeah, yeah, Carolina. That's actually a not so subtle hint. The only subtlety is portal address for pizza. The only subtlety is when she doesn't tell me what she bought at the grocery store, and I just go out and see all of the ingredients I need to make a particular something. Ooh, chicken parmesan.
Ooh, chicken parmesan's good.
See, one of my favorite meals would be chicken cordon bleu.
Ooh, I don't think I've had chicken cordon bleu in 10 years. Alright, we got a Baron.
Daniel Hipley is also suggesting how to get to the center quicker. Tell you what, Daniel, in the works. I'm still working out some of the technical aspects of it. We want to do a black hole guide slash distance of route calculator guide on how to navigate through the galaxy. Like I said, the only thing that I'm currently working on is how to get everything set up in my laptop so I can show the stream and the distance and route calculator and stuff like that. I think that might be a longer stream though. Might have to do that on a Sunday.
Alright, what do we have in the way of life forms, guys? We have salvage containers nearby. Sentient plants. Found ourselves a nice little lushy moon here.
Ooh.
Object in the way. Alrighty, there's our buried tech module. Heck yeah. Another life form. Ooh, these guys are cute. In a fat, floofy kind of way.
Mary's cat moved from her shoulder to her chest and then down to her side to the heating pad for her hip, which is on the arm of the chair.
Smart cat.
Yeah, sneaky cat.
Boy, I think I need to reset my PS4.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting rendering issues. That was very, very, very blurry. Alright, so we have all sorts of interesting things on this planet. We have subterranean relics, salvage containers, and it's a lushy. Some knowledge stones, all sorts of fun stuff. I will have to take a better look around this planet later on. I say that like I'm ever coming back here.
Yeah.
I think I have about 200 little lush planets throughout the catalog here. Alright, but I'm going to go ahead and jump in and out of the ship and get a save going on here, because this is going to be about the end of the stream for us, guys. It is now coming up on 1 o'clock. I want to say thank you very much to everybody for stopping by. Appreciate it. Hopefully you guys had a good time. If you need anything, please let us know. I'm going to have Reaper drop a couple links real quick, mainly to Reaper's channel, where we will be broadcasting the Mid-Lunch Crisis on Sunday. We'll be running from 1 until at least 2 p.m. on Sunday. Then we'll be dumping
11.
everybody off into... What time did I say?
1.
Oh, sorry, 11.
Yeah.
Bleh. Lack of space coffee. Something fierce. 11 until at least 2 p.m. and then we'll dump off into Zane's stream. And definitely check some things out. Check out Reaper's channel. Check out the Reaper Nation on Discord. Make sure you guys swing by and check out Beeblebum's video on the tutorial on how to do the new Blender glitch. I will be watching that right after this and drinking some space coffee while I do it. We good to go there, buddy? One more link?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to get Mary Lizzie's link in there too.
Yep. Actually, let me drop one more. Link to Mary Lizzie's Discord. There. Now we're all linked up. We're
Excellent. We're linked in. No copyright ID claim on that one, please.
Yeah.
What, you thought you were going to get away without some ruthless promotion on your stuff? Everybody go check out Mary Lizzie. Check out her videos. Watch her. Give her a load of hell when she's playing Atlas. All sorts of fun.
Or Conan, or No Man's Sky, or any.
Right on. Thank you all again. Until next time, guys. Fly safe.